Carp fishing, it's not just a hobby, it's an addiction, an obsession. The non-anglers think we're mad because we brave all sorts of conditions just chasing our quarry. But I think they're mad. I feel sorry for them. They will never get that feeling of pure adrenaline when your rod rips off, sending your buzzer into meltdown. Or the feeling of your legs turning to jelly with every surge and every pull of the fish that you are playing. Nor will they get that feeling of pure relief and joy as the fish's head turns over the net cord and you realise you've got him. And you know the best thing about it? It never gets old. So join me, Sean Shoesmith, on a new water where we'll learn everything together from start to finish, the captures and the blanks. But it doesn't matter what water you're fishing, what country, what lake, what swim, the first priority always remains the same. Just one run.
Hello, good evening, welcome back to another episode of Just One Run. I think this is the episode 4 of the Syndicate Diaries. You join me here, back at my syndicate. We've not been not caught up in about 7 weeks. A lot's happened. 7 weeks ago they started spawning on here. So I always leave them to have a good spawn and a good rest afterwards. So I've done no fishing for 3 weeks really. I went on my little club water and had a couple. But 3 weeks I left them properly to rest up, have a good spawn, and then I'd come back in here. The weather's started to get hot. I don't like the heat, so what I tend to do, and I don't like the weekends because it's banged out. So what I tend to do is I do 2 nights a week where I go work in the morning. I've chosen Wednesday nights and Sunday nights this year. And after 3 weeks, after the spawning, I popped down my first session on a Sunday night, which resulted in a blank. Then on the Wednesday, I come down again and had a £24 common, fished in the margin again, £24 common at 2 o'clock in the morning. I retained the fish. I thought this is when I was going to restart the blog. I was going to get you guys, show you the fish, and it was going to be the next start of the next episode. However many sessions that would have been, I don't know, but I went to retain her in the morning and I've done something. I was tired, schoolboy error. I've lifted the retainer out of the water and the fish is no longer there. So he's Houdini'd me and that's gone. So I was gutted a bit because it was my first common out of the lake. But what can you do? Then the Wednesday night, I come down again. It was really hot that day. The Wednesday night I come down again and blanked. Then the Sunday night I come down, on the Saturday it was 32 degrees. So I got down here on Sunday afternoon. We're about 3 o'clock in the morning. There was loads of splashing going on me swimming. I'm thinking these ducks doing my head in. So I jumped out of the bivvy about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I realised there's no ducks in my swim. Anyway, the carp have started spawning again. That's what it was. It was carp absolutely going mental in my swim, spawning. So I reeled in 6 o'clock in the morning. I packed up and went to work, and then come back down on the Wednesday because it weren't a big spawn up. It was just the ones that hadn't done, or it was just a little second go. So I come back on the Wednesday. And I caught a £5 stocky, which I will show you now if my editing skills are any good, just to see that on the screen. Little £5 mirror stocky, was put in here in the winter. Yeah, happy days. It'd be good to see if I ever catch that one again, how much weight it's put on, or if someone else has it. That'd be good to see. So then I come back last Sunday. I fished a swim over there called the Pads, and at 2 o'clock in the morning, my left hand rod fished under a overhanging tree. Melted off. As I got to the rod, it had reeded me solid. It went straight into the reeds. I was fishing locked up, so it went straight left, straight into the reed. Yes, sorry about that. My battery went dead. So where was we? We was the fish went straight into the reeds. It locked me up solid in the reeds. I've then waited an hour, finished off slackline because sometimes they can let their self go, as you know. So slackened off, but an hour later it was still solid, but it started to get light. So I've whacked the waders on. I've managed to wade down the whole margin, about a centimetre to go on the waders. But I weren't greeted with a fish. I was greeted with a rig, and it had done me in the reeds. But that brings us all up to date with this session, which is every time I've come to the lake over the last, well, every time I've come here, I've managed to find fish in the margins, or I've seen fish topping, but I've not seen nothing this afternoon when I got here. Done a couple of laps, saw nothing. So what better excuse is do what I've been meaning to do for a little while. Fished in the middle of the lake on big beds of bait. So I put 2 rods in one spot out in the middle. I put about 7 kg of pellet and corn, so it's only cheap, it's not going to break the bank. And the right hand rod's got about 4 kg of pellet and corn out in the middle of the drink, just to the right as well. So I've seen nothing. What more? They might be in on the bottom and in the middle. And that's we're going to see what happens there. So it's great to catch up with you again. Sorry it's been so long, but now we're back in the swing of things. Spawning's done, and you should be hearing me very often again. So if nothing happens, I'll catch up in the morning when I've got to go to work, but hopefully we'll get some runs in the middle of the night. Come on the car. Welcome back. I didn't have nothing on that last session I left you with, which is a quick update session. Yeah, I didn't have nothing in the night. We're joining us on another Sunday night now, so we're back again. Everyone's clearing off, which is good, and which is even more better is I have seen about 20 fish up and down this margin. So let me just give you a quick preview of what's been working. A lot of change in the rigs since last seen you. There's another rig I'm using, which I'll show you next time. There's 3 rigs I'm using really on 3 different rods. I just want to trying to gauge what's working, and this is one of the ones that's been working. Bit back to basics, bit simple, but here we go. We have got dark matter in 18 pound. I think it's the lightest one they do in the tungsten. So I want that everything sitting down to the pin to the lake bed. You don't need no putty or anything there. It'll pin itself down. We've got a little anti-tangle sleeve, little tungsten one again, so it's pinned down. As we make our way up to the thing, we have a little bit of putty there, but that is so when the hook's picked up, it turns and drops in the fish's mouth. Then we have not shrink tubing. This Avid, they do like ready-made shrink tubing if you want. And all I'm trying to do, because I'm fishing a wide gape, all I'm trying to do there is extend the shaft, the shank of the hook, a bit like back in the day with the long shanks, but that was a bit dangerous because it was metal. So what I'm doing is still got the benefits of a long shank, because I'm increasing the shank with not too much curve, and obviously that will help aid turn the hook in a fish's mouth. Fish with a little wafter or a little topper, yeah, and basic as anything. But that's one of the ones that's been doing the business. I'll show you next time another one that's been doing the business. But let's hope it does the business tonight, eh? Like I say, we're here. It's about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Like I say, there's loads of fish down that margin. They look like they're up for a feed as well. So, yep, I thought I'd give you a quick demonstration. We haven't done rigs in a little while, so that's basically what I'm using now. And we'll skid it out in the drink and let's have one. Come on. But there we have it. It's a move of swim again. I walked around there, I forgot to say out of the van, I've got my pillar out of the van, so I've reeled my rods in. And as I'm walking round to the car park, which is over there, and I was fishing the swim just behind me, as I'm walking around to the car park, around about here, a massive common jumped. I'll probably see more fish over the back of me, but I'm after one of the big commons in here, and there was a massive common jump about there. So just a gut feeling. Didn't see loads of, just like I say, just see the one fish. It was just really, really a gut feeling. Something just told me I've got to move, which I did, and hopefully the move pays off. If not, it'll be even a stupid decision, because there's more fish over there but something just in your gut tells you sometimes, and it was a gut feeling I'm going on. So if you don't hear from me tonight, I might speak to you in the morning. If not, I'm usually in a rush to go to work. You might catch me on my next session, but fingers crossed you see me tonight. Come on. Buongiorno. You join me here now, back at the syndicate, and it is a Saturday night. Yep. She's let me out on a Saturday night instead of doing just a Sunday night, so I can do Saturday and the Sunday day. So I've got a little bit more time because she knows I've been having a tough time with it on the bank. So she feels me, and the weather is just, it's unreal. They've got a pressure of about 1,008. You've got a warm southwesterly hacking in here, so really strong warm wind. I've seen a couple of fish in the swim, not as much as I thought I would have, but I've not seen no fish anywhere else either. Yeah, so I just had a bit of a tough time. It's like everything we go through as anglers, just a bit of a lull. It's not too bad. I mean, the last 3 sessions, I was on a Wednesday night, Sunday night, and a Wednesday night, and I blanked all 3 sessions. But I'm not giving myself. I'm getting here at like 7 o'clock in the afternoon and leaving at 6 in the morning. So not too much window of opportunity, but that's all I've got at the moment. That's my sessions. That's what you got to do. So now the session before that, as you know, I lost one. The session before that, I caught a 5-pound stocky, which ain't really nothing shout about. Feels like you ain't really had a fish. And the session before that 24-pound common guy had a sling in it, so I had no photos, didn't get to hold it. So that felt like I never had a fish. So all it takes is just one run, and everything's different. And yeah, so it's about 5 o'clock now. I'm going to give it now. I'm going to reel in. I'm going to go and have a walk around the lake, see if there's anything I can move on to. If I actually do see a load of fish boshing somewhere against this wind, then I'll move on them. If not, I definitely fancy it in the swim tonight. 100%. I've seen a couple of fish. One big, very big common as well. So, yep. Hopefully this time you see me with a carp. Come on, just one run. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the right hand rod's gone. I come on the Saturday, we spoke yesterday. I don't think I've updated today. Woke up this morning, moved down the opposite end of the lake. Well, I actually moved into spit on here for the day, and then nothing. And then they started topping in the deepest part of the lake here in front of me. So I run the rods over. I put an adjustable zig in, which I was getting mad tangles the other day with adjustable zig. So I thought, no, I'm going to persevere with it, because it's 18 foot of water here, I'll need to be fishing zigs. And so I persevered with it. I put a stiffer hook link on, a bigger hook. I made sure it's foamed up, and I put it out there, and I've measured the adjustable zig part to the spigot of the rod. I've ran down to the spigot, and then I ran 2 foot under the surface. And my missus is on the phone. She's going, get home now, you're taking the piss. Pardon my French. And I was texting her back, yeah, just run me a bath at 6:35. It's 6 o'clock now, and I'm never going to be home for that. And I'm thinking, 5 more minutes. I just knew it was going to go. And even with 3 minutes left, I'll give myself 5 more minutes. With 3 minutes left, I even thought it weren't even a doubt in my mind. I thought it's going to go. 3 minutes left, I'm going to reel in. It's going to go. And all of a sudden, 2 little bleeps on the right-hand rod. It's pulled up tight. I've leant into it, and it's absolutely give me the mentalist battle you can ever imagine. Down here, trying to get me right around the island, and it's down here underneath the trees. I'm about to put pressure on it, but the stronger hook link and the stronger hook link and the bigger hook just give it that extra bit more pressure with and then all of a sudden it's popped up, and I've seen it's an absolute unit of a fish. It's gone in the net with no drama actually. I've slinged it up because I'm absolutely shaking. I can't get a real reading at the minute of the weight, but it's over 37 pound. And with the low I've been having, just hard work does actually pay off. Just one run, that's all it takes. Just one run and you're back in the game, and that's what's happened to me. I'm absolutely up buzzing. I can't even put into words. It's an absolute unit of a fish. I'm going to get it out. We're going to show you. We're going to get a proper reading of the weight. Yeah, let's do it. Come on, just one run. Well, I can't actually quite believe what's happened. After losing the fish, then catching the 5 pound stocky, then blanking a couple of times on the trot, then one of the fish getting out of the sling. This one weren't getting out of the sling, I tell you that. I can't actually quite put into words what's happened to now I feel at a minute. Even with, I'll give myself an extra 5 minutes, and even with that, 3 minutes to go, I just knew it was like, I know it sounds like bull crap, but I actually knew it was going to go off. And I was sitting there and looking at the rod, and it was just one of them things you just knew it was going to happen, and it was just, it's unbelievable. And it's and it's a big fish. Come on, you're gonna behave for me, because you were strong. It's lucky I put that 12 pound hook link on for you, wasn't it? And not the 8 pound one I had on. Because it needed it. After trying to get under the trees, it needed every bit of that 12 pound hook link. And it's recognisable because of the old broke rib. There's a fish similar to this I've been after about the same weight. My other leg got away from me when I stopped fishing that. Very similar fish, very similar weight. You can just see it tensing up, so I'm not going to bother. It's just cover its eyes at a minute. God. So now I've got a fat wrist. Everything about it. It's a unit. Come on, you're going to be good. Be good for me. Come on, go. Put it straight back down if it tries to do anything, because you ain't going to handle it if it's flapping. Just be patient. So heavy. I do want to go and get one of the other anglers and get an accurate weight before we go, because it's just so heavy. I thought it was 40 pound going into the net. Sorry if it's taking a bit long, but I don't want to be lifting up the tensing fish. We just let it calm down in its own time. It's a big old girl. I don't want to be putting any stress on it. That's all. Got a couple cuts there with a treat. It's a big old girl, it really is. It's getting me absolutely soaked. I absolutely love it. Because I'm going home after this fish. Nice and wet, all the mats lovely and soaking. So there's no chance for drying out here. There's loads of water everywhere. The size of his fins. Come on, girl, you're going to behave now. There we go. Wow. And would you look at that? Yes. All good things come to those who wait, eh? And I have waited, but Jesus, look at her. Specimen. Make sure I'm just getting her all in. Let's get the other side of her. Wow. Ooh, yeah. Absolutely over the moon. God, it feels heavier than the 40s I've had. It really does feel heavy. Let's get down. Oh. Let's get back in the water for a minute until I go and get someone else. Make sure I get some good steals, eh?
This is rolling. You bringing her in?
You're videoing, yeah? That was a revision on the waist. What was it, 38.12, yeah?
Yeah.
38.12. There we go. God, big old girl. She's a big old girl.
Well done.
Come on. Cheers, mate.